It is the eve of a federal trial in one of Jacksonville's biggest scandals, the now scrapped attempt to sell JEA, which investigators say would have personally enriched top executives at the utility. Former JEA CEO Aaron Zahn and his chief financial officer Ryan Wanamaker would have made millions if the proposed sale had gone through. Now they both face federal charges of conspiracy and wire fraud that could send them to prison for up to 25 years if they're convicted.
It's a case that goes back years. Tom and I have been bringing you developments as they're unfolding for the past 5 years. News4Jax reporter Jim Piggott has been covering the case since the beginning. Before the trial starts, Jim is looking back at how we got to this point.
You know, I want to take you back to when I first learned about all of this with JEA. It started here in the old headquarters. They're not here anymore, but it was 6 years ago where they announced the possibility of selling JEA. The idea of the sale came here to City Hall. It was there where we learned all types of things were going down. People were hired for JEA, like Aaron Zahn. People were fired from JEA, like Aaron Zahn and Ryan Wanamaker. And it all is ending up right here in federal court. And what some are saying is the biggest scandal ever to hit Jacksonville. The scheme surrounding the planned sale of JEA shocked many. Our News4Jax political analyst Rick Mullaney of JU's Public Policy Institute, who's a former city lawyer, has been following this from the start as well.
Well, if you look back at the 200-year history of Jacksonville, this is by far and away, as I've said before, the greatest scheme to defraud the taxpayers in the history of Jacksonville. And by the way, it's one of the greatest schemes to defraud a municipality in the history of our country.
But how did this all happen? The first talk of a sale was in 2017.
News4Jax has learned a new study will be done to see if selling JEA to a private company would be good for customers and for taxpayers.
After that, the idea created such an uproar at City Hall, with protests basically saying, JEA is ours, don't sell it. There was a rift created between City Council and the office of then-Mayor Lenny Curry, who appeared in support of the sale to pay off some of Jacksonville's pension debt. It died down during the 2019 election cycle, but the sale idea grew once again. Aaron Zahn, out of nowhere, was appointed to the JEA board at the mayor's request, and then something else happened. You know, Zahn has always been controversial since the start. He was handpicked by Mayor Curry to serve on the JEA board, then quickly resigned and became the interim CEO. Some say that he was a shoo-in for this position. It was after that that the board began hearing JEA was in trouble and heard Aaron Zahn's idea of selling JEA. I tried to ask questions about that in July of 2019. But you can't tell us why this isn't. Aaron, but we're talking about privatizing JEA. I think it's important. And I asked her first. I can't believe you're not going to talk to the viewers, sir.
The leadership at JEA began to make the case that JEA was in trouble. This was false, but they began to make the case that they were in trouble, that they were in a death spiral, that really there was no realistic alternative.
It was later we learned about that controversial bonus plan that would have benefited Zahn and others had a sale gone through.
Just think of what that would have meant to the taxpayers. A scheme to potentially defraud nearly $1 billion.
In December of 2019, Zahn was removed as CEO, and later other executives were let go, including Ryan Wanamaker. The city council investigated, as well as the state attorney's office, but it was then turned over to the feds, who later indicted Zahn and Wanamaker in March of 2022. Both pleaded not guilty. Zahn has made reference to the fact that he was a scapegoat. It's something I wanted to talk to him about after the court hearing. Aaron, I've talked to you many times before in the past. Do you still believe you're the scapegoat? And this is where we are today, and it could take 4 weeks to find out the outcome. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
I'll tell you, aggressive, questioning journalists like Jim Piggott, also Nate Monroe over the Times Union, that's just a couple of, had a lot to do with this attempt to privatize JEA being squashed.
We also want to mention one of the most respected and passionate voices in opposition, that of the late Mayor Jake Godbold, who warned that selling our taxpayer-owned utility would be a disaster for ratepayers.
Here's a quick breakdown of the makeup of Zahn's and Wanamaker's juries. Zahn's jury has 8 women and 4 men on it. As for alternates, there are 3 women and 1 man. Wanamaker's has 7 women, 5 men, and all 4 alternates are women. Now, if you would like to learn more about the proposed sale and the criminal case that has followed, scan the QR code that you see right here on your screen. We have built this comprehensive and interactive timeline showing every development. By the way, we're going to have a crew in the courtroom throughout the entire trial. You will find the latest updates on our website.